Alright, check it out, people. It's Zest for Life, aka Fresh Mark Scents. I will be talking about masculine fragrances today. Why am I talking about this? Because there are different sides to masculinity. There's a gentlemanly side, as I mentioned before, and there's a very macho side, which is sort of going your own way and doing whatever you feel like whilst exuding your own character, the best parts of your character, let's say. Uh, Hopefully, that's what perfume does for you, and that's why I use it. It's almost like clothing. It's supposed to accentuate your best personality. So here we go with some gentlemanly perfumes and some seriously macho masculine perfumes that I think you'd all enjoy, no matter what end of the spectrum you're on. So let's oh god, let's get into it with the uber masculine one. This is something from the 80s. It reminds me of sort of a John O'Connor character. I think maybe something like the Terminator days, 1980s. It is Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. This has got rum note with a sort of masculine sort of shower gel fresh note with ginger. So rum, ginger, a bit of sweet amber here. So it's sweet, it's kind of syrupy, that goes well with the masculine shower gel note that it has, and ginger. It's fresh, but it's fresh in a sort of cool Coca-Cola way, if you was to describe it today. Almost like the drink with a bit of rum. So like a Coca-Cola with rum in a slightly, it's not very realistic. It's synthetic but cheap and cheerful, and it's a great daily scent for the sort of um, well, the man who goes about his life and he doesn't really care what other people think, but he wants to wear something sweet and a little bit masculine just to wear throughout the day. A casual, so let's say leather jacket fragrance for men. Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. Check it out. It's a 1980s fragrance, but I think you'll still find it in stores. Maybe something like House of Fraser or the like. Good masculine fragrance. And then something that I haven't actually seen in my collection for a while. I almost said that I gave it away in one of the videos incorrectly. And it's Guerlain Le Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. So I was talking about the parfum earlier, which has cherry and almond and sort of an amaretto vibe. That was in the Wild Cherry, Mansura Wild Cherry video. I believe that the Wild Cherry by Mansura is a cross between Tom Ford's Effing Fabulous and Guerlain Ideal Parfum. Guerlain Le Homme Ideal Parfum. It's quite a long name. So this is the more, let's say, gentlemanly, casual stroll in the park perfume. The reason why I didn't like this, I have to be honest, is the top note of myrtle and camphor. It can get a bit herbal, which does clash with the smooth sandalwood. But I kind of see what they're doing here. They're opening you up to the foliage of some bushes and shrubs, like you're walking into a park on the first airy inhale, let's say, because they're using orange blossom with sandalwood to create something creamy and fresh, like a fresh breath of wind, and the green foliage of myrtle, which is a bit, it's a bit herbal, a bit like a stinging nettle, let's say, in camphor. Um, and I would not like to get stung with stinging nettles this fresh. Yes, I mean, stinging nettles nonetheless, but this smells like, yeah. It's quite sharp in the beginning, the myrtle, but then the orange blossom and sandalwood, it makes it a pleasant scent for other people, but I don't really enjoy wearing it myself because the green notes. However, I think if you do like green perfumes and you do like, say, Prada Luna Rossa Black, which I don't have in my collection because I think is a bit too green, this is sort of like a stepping stone to that before getting too green. So in between Prada Luna Rossa Black and something like Carno Barcelona D600 in the smoothness of a summertime stroll for the gentlemanly man. Let's put this in a little scale. People who really want to get points of masculinity. Sorry, we're not trying to score points. We're just trying to put it in the scale because I mean I don't think it's important to find out. It's important to know who you are, and it's not important to label things. But it's nice to know um, different options and really open yourself up to a market, which is sometimes like nowadays we have very sweet perfumes that are coming out. We've had about 3 years of elixir perfumes, which are very sweet, and not every man likes to be sweet like a flower or something, you know. But there are different variations of it. This is sort of light and fresh, and there are perfumes that are harsher, like red tobacco. So we do like a variation of all different perfumes. I like a variation of different perfumes for how I'm feeling at a certain time. And I think it's important to have a variety for everybody rather than sticking to the trends and sort of trying to find your way into this sweet elixir vibe when you don't really feel like wearing that perfume. There you go. So wear what you feel, and I feel that this is a rich Arab perfume. So this is a rich masculine Arab perfume by the name of Kalimat. Um, by, let me just get this right. Yes, this was by Arabian Oud Perfumes. This was the only perfume that I truly enjoyed. There were some other offerings there, which were Arab perfumes, or a little bit different. There was a copy of Miu Miu, which was quite realistic, which is quite nice. And there was a orange blossom and peach fragrance that was interesting, but it gets a bit too cloying and sickly. This was on the money, however. Kalimat is a woody, amber, and let's say honey and tobacco fragrance with a bit of saffron, if I remember correctly. Let's do a nice spray on here. Ah, yes. So you have a bit of an alcoholic tinge, which is, it is sad that it opens in a kind of cheap way, but the honey and the rich arglewood kind of smell really sets in, and it smells almost like the bahur oud, which is like the burning oud. So you get a burning scent, you get the woody scent from the oud, you get a nice honey note, very rich, very strong, a spicy tobacco scent. This, wow, I mean, it kind of caught my nose because I smell up close. It starts with an alcoholic tinge, but it really settles down into a honeyed, woody, ambery scent. I really like woody ambery scents because they bring out, if you have a different kind of sweat smell, you can bring out different facets of that in a more pleasant way. So rather than just going straight into a sweating smell, it turns into a woody or ambery or something sweet, and the sweat turns sweet before it turns like bad, let's say. So I wouldn't really use it to mask up scents, but if I was going into a place where I would be sweating later, that would protect me from smelling bad before I would obviously take a shower at the end of the day. But this is sweet. So this is the kind of scent I'm talking about. It penetrates deep within the skin. So even when you sweat, it smells sweet like honey and tobacco. So this is great for a lover's perfume at night time. If you're sweating or anything, that you'd really, this would keep you spicy and warm throughout the night. I really enjoy this. Okay, so without getting hypnotized into my own fragrance, the next one is a very masculine, old school oak moss fragrance. Oak moss and cardamom. Very classy. Belle Amie by Hermes. This is cardamom on top note, oak moss in the base. So like black pepper on top. So it's punchy but slightly herbal. I think it has marjoram as well. Marjoram is used in black excess for the spicy green herbal note. It is bitter, but it's fresh. I do like it. It's a very old school note, not really used nowadays. Oh, sorry, I'm holding it the wrong way. Oh, and by the way, if you're using a real bottle, it has a little man or something in the background. So there you go. Bel Ami by Hermes. Right. So green aromatic cardamom, spicy fresh marjoram. You get the masculine oak moss in the base, which is very realistic, and it's damp but in a fresh way. Oak moss in old school fragrances was kind of overdone, in my opinion, for a lot of old school fragrances, just smelling like damp wood. But this brings the damp into the spicy green fresh and other notes that I sometimes enjoy in the modern oud fragrances, which mix green aromatic notes with jungle oud or sort of like Thailand oud, which would be more jungle green faceted. So this is a sort of an English version of that. It's very complex for a masculine fragrance, and if you don't like that, well, if you like this but want something a little bit different, maybe more black pepper, check out Rocker Bar by Hermes. Rocker Bar. I think it was inspired by Sean Connery or something like that. It's very 007, I think, for the sort of salt and pepper gentleman. 55 plus. No, not really. It's 35 plus, let's say. But Bel Ami is the one I'm recommending today for its green herbal, fresh nature, very masculine, reminds you outside, but is a gentlemanly fragrance with that opening of cardamom. So the next one is something, I could put this, maybe a little bit more masculine than that because old school. The next one is a summer casual fragrance for every man, which opens with the old school note of lemon and lemon zest, I believe. Yes, so this Dolce Gabbana light blue pour homme. Yes, this is an eau de toilette. There is an eau de parfum of it, which is the intense. However, I don't think that's a realistic sea mineral note. It doesn't really smell like the sea. It doesn't. It's too salty. It does smell like the sea, but very, very salty, like almost exactly. And I think I just contradicted myself a little bit, but you know what I mean when you smell them side by side. The Dolce Gabbana light blue pour homme eau de toilette is the way to go for a fresh lemon zest opening. Now, lemon zest has been in perfumery since the beginning, like of English perfumery with lemon and lavender. But skipping lavender and having the Italian lemon zest and lemon note opens it up in a very bright, aquatic way. And the warmth of this fragrance comes really to light in the warmth of the sun when you mix the sparkling nature of the sea mineral notes, the very realistic sea mineral notes, with sandalwood softness and the bright lemon tangy lemon zest note. So this is old school in a very simple way, fantastic for summer. I don't think I'd wear it in autumn. I think it's very seasonally appropriate. Check it out for something that would last about 5 hours. In the sun, it lasts the whole day, I'd say. So very good value for money, actually. I think I bought 200 ml for £35 because nobody wants it anymore. So here you go. This is the softest out of all of them, but I think if I was to put one more in the list, it's going to go right in the middle. Or, yeah, it's going to go right in the middle. Cher Guai by Serge Luton. Tobacco inspired fragrance with a note of hay. This is for the rich gentleman. So we've got somebody lounging in a park, which is Guerlain Ideal Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Toilette for Dolce Gabbana Light Blue is for the summer casual days. This is for the leather jacket days, Azaro Pour Homme Intense. Then you have your rich Arab gentleman if you're feeling a bit exotic, something quite punchy, Calamat. and you want to just shift up your daily or weekly routine. You don't want it the same. You want to add some exoticism or something different, Check out Kalimat. And if you want to add some gentlemanly touch, Bel Ami. Cherguai is for the rich gentleman, somebody who is unabashedly, not ashamed of saying that he is rich and he just enjoys life. Sometimes, if you really enjoy life, you have to put your money where your mouth is and go for it. And this is kind of what it's about. It's sort of, the rich tobacco note, it cuts through and it gives a aura of luxury. This really, this is quite polarizing for some people, as made known with tobacco vanille and other fragrances like that. However, this sharp rose note is enveloped in a soft cloud of May rose, hay, and a touch of saffron to give it sweet spiciness. And the amber notes in the base it really just takes me away. It's the richness of it is intoxicating, and it's light yet spicy at the same time. It has a deepness up front and a light, smooth scent trail of sandalwood and May rose in the far scent trail as you leave. So, out of all of these fragrances, let me know what you think in the comment section. I think my favorite fragrances are Cherguai and, let's say, for originality, Bel Ami. The everyday fragrance, I don't use this as much as I'd like to because people don't really like to smell this fragrance. But, I could give it a go any day of the week and I wouldn't really care. So I think masculinity is really about going your own way and doing your own thing. So that's really what it's about. Being the best person you can be every day and not really comparing yourself to other people. I think that is the best way to go because you'll be focusing on what you have to do rather than competing. So that is my view on over all of this and competition. And I hope that you really don't compete in the wrong thing. Compete in being fresh. Compete in being nice to people. Compete in, surpassing others in physical activities and the like. Just really improving yourself in that aura of competition and going your own way with vigor. So whatever you do, people, stay free and stay fresh. That's me signing out. I hope you enjoyed that.